Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and this video is about an Aries ascendant, a Sagittarius moon, and a Virgo sun. So you have your ascendant degree in cardinal fire, Yang, ruled by Mars, the red planet, which is all about the actions we take in the world, our goals, our desires. And you have your moon in Sagittarius, which is mutable fire, ruled by Jupiter, and it is the archetype of the philosopher. And you have your sun, not in a good placement. Sun is not particularly happy in the sign of Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, and it is all about service. But Virgo suns, they sometimes tend to ignore themselves. They're so busy taking care of everyone around them. So the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. And the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. And this rising sign is kind of like the armor you wear to interact with the world. It is how you look, your physical body, your mannerisms, and it's how the world perceives you. Essentially, it's a sum total of your being in 3D. The first touch base your soul has made with the 3D world. Okay, and now when you walk into a room with your purposeful Aries stride and the edgy look in your eyes, people can see that you're not afraid to say it how it is, or you're not afraid to speak your mind. You don't care who it hurts. Okay, you are very forthright, very direct, very blatant, very honest. You don't mind staring people down. And you're not afraid to chase the object of your desire. In fact, the chase really turns you on. You can be quite the dominant, but of course you have a Virgo sun, so maybe not. But generally in Aries ascendant, you are the go-getter. There's no stopping you. If there's something you've set your eyes on, you're going to get it. You're going to try, okay? You may give up because you get bored, because Aries is great with starting new things, not great with completions or little detailing. Hopefully that's where your Virgo sun will really help you. Now, Aries, you are the first, and Aries rules the head. So it's a very important part of your identity. So you can do it up with different hairstyles, and even women tend to wear their hair short when they have this placement. They just have a lot of testosterone, even the way their bodies are shaped, more squarish, more masculine. Very well-defined features, sharp features, edgy look in the eyes, as I said, very restless energy. Because Mars gives you so much power, it can burn you out. Okay, if you're not careful, it can burn you out. And also remember that you are the first sign of the zodiac. So theoretically, you are the infant of the zodiac. And with infancy comes a streak of selfishness. So the goal of Aries should be enlightened selfishness, as eminent astrologer Stephen Forrest puts it. Okay, and when the soul enters Aries, it's a mini Big Bang, and it's a promise of renewal. Everything is born anew, it's a sign of spring. There is a radiance, vibrancy, youth, newness everywhere, and that's what Aries brings to the table, They're ready to go places, do things that nobody else is ready to do, because they are not afraid, ruled by Mars. They can be combative, ruthless, yes, competitive, but only if they've not empowered their Mars. Otherwise, they take action. They're swift, very swift moving, and they can get hurt sometimes because of that. They move so quickly, and very fast metabolism. Also, when the soul is born in Aries, it's a new directionality. But this is not smooth or soothing. It's turbulent. It's agitating, these cardinal fires of Aries, okay? It's it's shifting you, pushing you out of your comfort zone. Also remember that the soul ruler of Aries is Mercury. So Mercury is Thoth Hermes, which is about higher wisdom. So ultimately, Aries, your goal is higher wisdom, not just Martian combat and strife and war posturing. Okay. Now remember, if you have a difficult Mars, then and in Virgo is your sixth house of health. Okay. And say if you have a Mars over there, persistent headaches, Virgo rules digestion and nervous system. Aries rules the head. So what you put in there, if you're nervous, if you're all over the place, if you're angry, it can give you chronic headaches, acne, ENT issues, sensitivity to gum and teeth, and all of that. Even eyeglasses, thinning of hair. So empowering your Mars is crucial to you, because it will also speak of how angry you get and how you express your anger. Because with Aries ascendant comes also a healthy dose of anger that you must know how to work through and how to use. Anger can be very effective too. And I think that is what you're here to learn. So the higher mind of Thoth Hermes will guide you in that soul work. Now, when transiting Mars hitting your personal planet, so your Mars, be careful of guns, road rage, driving under the influence, and all such things, because this can be a very turbulent moment for you. Now you have your moon in Sagittarius. It's a good placement for the moon. Some say no, moon can be very restless, very blunt, very insensitive, always ready to move on. But I think it's a very good placement. And with the 9th house moon that you have, you're never happy with your surrounding. You are the eternal gypsy. So the moon is a very private part of us. It's how we emote, our feelings, our emotional vibes, how we connect, our ESP, our imagination, our mother, our childhood, our everyday habit patterns. It's our instinctual energy. When we are stressed out, it comes out a lot more, and people can see that you're a Sagittarius moon. You don't like regime, you don't like to be confined, you don't like boredom, you want things to be exciting, and a lot of variety must be offered to you. Otherwise, you're bored stiff. Sagittarius, you rule the hips and the thighs and the pituitary gland, which is kind of like the mother gland of them all. It deals with prolactin secretion, which deals with lactation. It deals with oxytocin, thyroid. It's basically the mother of all the glands, the pituitary. So any difficult aspects of your moon, or anything that happens to your moon with transiting planets, these things could be affected. It also deals with fertility, menstruation, and the moon by itself deals with menstruation. So sometimes there could be menstrual problems, and thighs and hips can be very sensitive, okay, especially if you are not working on empowering that Mars and going for walks and hikes, because Sagittarius, you're as comfortable reading Baudelaire as you are comfortable hiking up the Himalayas, okay? Of course, I mean, you have to look at your whole chart, but if you have a good Mars and Jupiter, and if your Mars and Jupiter connect nicely, you are the intellectual as well as the outdoorsy sports person, and definitely an adrenaline junkie. You're a free spirit and eternally the optimist. Always have a smile, jovial, telling jokes, being humorous, and just expressing yourself. Very idealistic, very creative, very concerned with truth and justice, because you're after all ruled by Jupiter. But don't become overzealous and bigoted, because when you start to believe that your truth is the only truth, that's when we have fanaticism. And a lot of Sagittarius people can become fanatics, you know, because they adhere to their truth and they know what's correct and they will shove it down. They need freedom and they need to move around from place to place, interacting with the local community. And the moon is also your mother. Your mother could have been a foreigner, or you could marry a foreigner. It's true that when you interact with foreign people and become a part of their culture, it truly enriches you physically, emotionally, spiritually. So you understand different cultures and you want to experience all of them, you know, and not like in a five-star where I'll go like a tourist and I'll see it, I'll live in a five-star, I'll go like a tourist. No, you want to become one with the soil, and that's probably because the earth is your soul ruler. So you really want to bond with the earth, you want to bond with nature, and the best way to balance so much fire and a Virgo difficult sun is to be in nature. And you are eternally the pupil as well as the teacher. And Sagittarius moons, you probably teach what you need to learn. Think of that, it's very deep. And you've spent your life teaching something you really need to learn. And it has enriched you. Every single interaction, whether you've been the teacher, the student, has immeasurably expanded your vistas, and you're very thankful for those experiences. Think of Oprah Winfrey. She's a moon in Sag. But you could be very restless. Very, very restless. You could feel stuck all the time. I mean, and you may not be able to keep a job, but hopefully your Virgo sun will come to the rescue. Now the sun is your father, okay? Is your goals and ambitions, but not in the Martian way, in the more soul purpose way. The sun is like a healthy sense of I am. And your inner vitality, your leadership skills, how you shine. The sun is emblematic of your body and your heart health. Okay, so having a 6th house sun in Virgo can be problematic health-wise. Okay, as I said, you have to see where your, of course, Virgo ruler is Mercury. It is female, earth, and mutable earth, and your mutable fire. So 2 mutable signatures. And there's a square that's happening, you know, between your sun and your moon. Your moon is in the same modality of mutable fire, Sagittarius, squaring your sun in mutable Virgo. So there could be a clash between, you know, even your parents could have clashed. Your father was probably more disciplined, more detailed oriented. Your mother was, you know, looking at the larger picture. And foreign. Your father was probably very into giving service, because Virgo is the archetype of service and the servant. Only when you feel like you're serving or you're being industrious, only then can a Virgo sun feel balanced. But 6th house sun, not a great placement. 3rd, 6th, 8, 12, not great houses to deal with. So keep healthy with this. What you eat. Remember, Virgo, after all, rules your digestion and your nervous system. So balancing your nervous energy is going to be a huge part. Virgo can be the warrior. This is your 6th house of health, and you have a 6th house sun squaring your moon, you know, in the 9th. So, and Virgo is about being meaningful and in little ways, and Sagittarius is about meaningful in big ways. So ultimately, when you piece together the story, hopefully you'll be able to complete whatever your Aries ascendant starts with your Virgo sun. Sun is how you want the world to perceive you. So you're probably more thorough, more modest when it comes to, you know, dealing with people, because you want them to see the Virgo side of you, not the Aries flashy side. So subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Check out my website, check out the readings I offer and my merchandise. Thank you.